Is it possible to make an action movie in 24 hours? And you might be wondering, isn't 24 hours not enough time to plan it, write the script, create all the action choreography, and then film the whole thing? And you'd be right. Now, being a Hollywood stunt actor, I'm on a mission to test my skills to see what I'm actually capable of, but there's no way that I could do this on my own, so I called up 9 of my Hollywood friends to see if they can help make my dream a reality.
All right, it is 5 o'clock on Friday, November 15th. The 24-hour challenge is starting right now. Nobody freak out.
Our first order of business was we needed to decide the concept and the tone. Concept would be like a superhero movie or a heist movie, and tone is this dramatic. Is this an action comedy? So we started brainstorming to choose our idea because the clock was ticking.
We had a great idea of making a Christmas theme.
Chases are really good for that.
Chases, love that.
Campus patrol, frat boys, political club, like he's just going.
Everyone had really great ideas, but I was already getting overwhelmed with all the possibilities and how many decisions I had to make as the director.
There's so many ideas, so many ideas. Okay.
Right. I had to make a decision or we were never even gonna get started.
Feeling like Mission Impossible with hopefully some hints of comedic moments.
The concept is a mission breakout scene, and the tone, serious and dramatic with a little bit of comedy to lighten the mood. But before we could go any further, there was a phone call that I needed to make.
Hey man, can you make a helicopter?
I had this idea of a helicopter showing up at the end, so I called my visual effects artist friend to see if he could do that.
Well, that's all I needed at this moment. 2.5 hours into this thing and we're cooking something.
Now that we had our idea, it was time for our writer, Darren, to get to work. But writing a script in a few hours is not easy, so he was really gonna be put to the test.
I should just like spew it out. But then the writer and myself was, no, you gotta be clever now.
So while Darren was writing, we still had to figure out where we were gonna film, choreograph all the different action scenes, and pick all the outfits for the different characters. There was so much to do and so little time.
We're gonna go to the location right now before we film tomorrow to try to figure out exactly what locations we want to film in.
So we left Darren alone to write at my place and traveled to the location where we needed to find 3 to 4 good places to film. Hopefully, when we return, there will be a rough draft of the script ready.
I think we're gonna have to make some decisions really quick because we're really great at being creative.
Sci-fi lights on the ground? What is this?
Not so great with deciding on which direction to take. Do you imagine it's formal or casual?
How violent?
What door are you coming out of?
As we were walking around, we found a spot that would double as 2 locations in the video.
Look at this place. This is an incredible location.
I really hope we can shoot here and not get kicked out, because this place is amazing. Crossing my fingers.
And someone comes in. One of the key things to making choreography is familiarizing yourself with the environment. But there's so much to get familiar with.
After about an hour, we had our 4 filming locations picked out for tomorrow. We just had to hope that we wouldn't get kicked out. We got back and the script wasn't ready yet, so we decided to use that time to build out the action choreography.
Fight, pound, 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 start losing, boom, boom, kick to the chest.
A lot of times, movies create what's called a shot list, which is essentially a list of all the different camera angles and moments that they want to capture. But we just don't have enough time for that, so we started doing test shots of random moments to prepare for tomorrow morning instead. Let's hope that this is enough preparation.
9:51 at night. We're about 5 hours in, figuring out the action choreography. We're actually changing my apartment around because we're gonna be shooting in here tomorrow morning. I didn't think we'd be shooting a scene in my apartment, but we are presetting that scene now so we can wake up and shoot. 19 hours to go. I think we're doing okay.
While we were doing all that, Darren had finished a rough draft of the script, so we gathered around the table for a quick read through.
Face hurt yet?
Your hand hurt yet?
Nope.
He fishes out a molar from the sensitive side of his jaw.
But I can't show you too much of that.
I think we just found our ending.
I think we have an ending here that is a choice our protagonist is going to be left with.
It is 12:38 at night. We've been at this for just over 7.5 hours. Everyone went home.
Did you say everyone went home?
Except for Bronte, the producer. She's gonna stay here because she literally doesn't have time to leave. Everyone's only getting like 5 to 6 hours of sleep, which is not what I intended. I do feel really bad. Everyone's amazing troopers though. This place is an absolute mess. I just gotta make sure I learn my choreography for the fight scenes. So I still gotta be up a little bit later, but we've got our plan. Now we just have to execute on the plan in the limited amount of time and sunlight that we have. Let's hope it goes well.
It's really late, but I'm trying to memorize the choreography so that tomorrow I can perform it well and also not take up more time. I've got some of it. It's certainly not perfect, but now it's more important for me to get some sleep so that tomorrow I can actually function. It was the morning of, I'm running on 4 hours of sleep, and while I'm waiting for everyone's breakfast, I'm practicing the fight choreography because if I can't memorize this now, there's no way I'll be able to perform it well later. And if I need to look like a crazy person fighting ghosts in public in order to pull this off, then I'm willing to do that. We only had 10 hours to film 5 different scenes in 4 different locations. It was about to get crazy.
Oh, sorry. Let's go for the top.
As we're filming the first scene, we're already going overtime on our schedule, so we need to decide if we're gonna keep going to finish this or cut it off early.
Guys, I feel like if we go over on, I feel like this is important, so,
Well,
you know what I mean?
With that said, since this was the first scene, it was worth taking more time, so we kept filming to try to make it better.
15 and a half hours into this 24-hour challenge. I think we're doing okay on time, but that doesn't mean that it's not stressful.
With that, we finished the first scene and we're now on our way to the main location to do the rest of the shoot.
It was so awful. It was great.
Okay, it's 9:19 in the morning, 16 hours into this. We've got just under 8 hours to shoot. We've just arrived at the outdoor location. We're gonna be finishing on this parking lot, so we're parked here. We're gonna go film everything else that we need, then we're gonna come back here, hopefully still have enough daylight to finish things, but the clock is ticking. We've got less than 8 hours to do what we need to do. We're filming in location 2 and 3, and we're making progress, but the clock just keeps on ticking.
So it is 10:35, 6.5 hours left. We're skipping ahead to the final boss fight because it's in the same location as what we shot earlier. These guys are just rehearsing the fight behind me. I hope we can make it.
Everything's really on the fly right now. Comes with the limitations that Omar put on himself. It's a really good challenge, but gotta be adaptable. A lot going on.
Because we are so short on time, we keep having to make sacrifices and changes to make sure we actually finish.
Why doesn't Brett just come in earlier?
Basically, as soon as they've got your arms, that's when Brett should come in and drive you into the wall.
I would rather have the second part be shorter.
We can reduce the other one instead. We can just change it out. Working on version number 9, making sure that we end on time, kind of the race that we're fighting right now. So I'm trying to create the choreography. It's tough because we don't have any rehearsal, and I really have to rely on my team's raw talent. Still a challenge.
How do you feel about punching Omar?
I feel great about it. Any opportunity I get to open up on Omar is amazing. Open up emotionally, of course. Hitting the guy. Can we cut this? Can we?
So far, we've gotten really lucky not getting kicked out, but if it was going to happen at all, it would happen filming this. Somehow, nobody came to yell at us, and we finished at that location, but we went way overtime, so we had to really rush and start cutting things in order to meet our 24-hour deadline. But there's one thing that I won't rush, and that's safety.
For being extra nice to me today.
Yeah. Fighting against the clock, we're putting together a second action scene, and I'm just not performing as well as I would like, and we don't have time to make it perfect, so we just have to accept it and move on.
We have an hour and a half left before sundown, and we're deciding on where we'd like the last scene to take place.
With the sun setting and the clock ticking, we were really starting to feel the pressure of this project.
We lost the gorgeous highlight on the car. Not moving fast enough, guys. Burning daylight!
But then I remembered the whole reason I wanted to do this project in the first place. The goal of this project was not to make something perfect. Something like this could never be perfect. It's just not possible. The goal was to try and to see what we could do in a short amount of time. And seeing all of my friends come together to help create this with me reminded me what's possible with a common goal. So with a ton of dedication, skill, ambition, a healthy dose of insanity, and very little sleep, I am proud to say that we finished our project on time.
1, 2, 3, go!
With all of that said and done, I could not have done this without their help, and it turns out you can make an action movie in 24 hours if you get the right people to help. Please enjoy.
Hey, buddy. Why don't you work this out a little bit? That arm's gotta be getting real tired. Right? Yeah. Here you go. Oh, come on.
It's taking so long.
This guy sucks.
You suck.
Mr. Messman,
It's Sparky.
I'm not calling you that. We know you know where the file is. You could save us a lot of time and yourself a lot of blood if you just tell us.
You don't know anything. You don't even know that you have a mole in your midst.
More lies.
It's not a lie.
Who has them all?
Wait, there's actually a mole?
You just said there was.
I was buying time.
I needed to find out where the file was. Director Edwards assigned me here 3 months ago to find out where it was.
He should have told me. It's in here.
Okay, give it to me.
I don't know you.
Special Agent Katie Jones, nice to meet you.
Now change up.
They're coming. You need a diversion or they'll know we're working together. Hit me. Or don't hit me. Okay. Meet me on top of the Mueller building in 5 minutes. Don't be late. Go. Now. Don't lose that tooth.
Trust in excellence. Trust in truth. Your loyalty builds our future. Trust in excellence. Trust in truth. Your loyalty builds our future. Your loyalty builds our future.
You falling apart, Mr. Messman.
It's Sparky. And can I please have my tooth back?
This is the elusive file, yes? Perhaps I should remove the rest of your teeth. Just in case. Чё, бля? Твою мать! Very good, Mr. Messman. Show me what you've got.
For the last time, it's Agent Sparky.
Right on time.
I swallowed the file.
Please tell me you're joking.
I'm joking. This better be worth it.
It is.
Is this the best ride you could get? You coming?
You know, this doesn't have to end here. It's way bigger than you know. The names on this file are just the tip of the iceberg. People we've been working for have been lying to us. And I'm gonna take them down. With or without you. So, you can keep getting tied up in all these lies, or help me and unravel the truth. What's it gonna be? Sparky.